breaking news this morning, massive job cuts at Amazon. Overnight, the company announcing it'll eliminate approximately 14,000 roles. This is the largest corporate layoff of the year, one of the largest in Amazon's history. NBC senior business correspondent Christine Romans joins us now. Christine, this may be preview of coming attractions. The AI boom is real, and it's meaning a lot of jobs are going away.
It really is, and this is 14,000 at Amazon, and people will start to get that notice here today. The company says it needs to be lean and remain more nimble in this age of generative AI. They want to operate like the world's largest startup, they say, and they call AI the most transformative technology since the internet. They want to reduce layers. They want to be able to move quickly to harness this so that they can make more money and serve their customers. So I think you're seeing this in a lot of different businesses as well. We have seen layoffs recently from Microsoft, Meta, Google, Salesforce, Intel. Target last week announced some layoffs at its corporate office, sometimes for different reasons, but we know that companies are moving very, very quickly to try to harness this. It's so interesting. You've got the stock market at record highs, in part because of all of this spending and enthusiasm over artificial intelligence.
I don't think the future looked bright for the average working American. I really don't think so. I think the future looked more blurry, especially when it comes to the job market, because the way this mass layoff is coming out, it is very shocking for so many Americans, especially the one that's going out there to go look for a job in the job market, because the job market really sucks. Multiple companies, multiple industries is basically announcing job cuts or layoff. Recently, Amazon just announced they're cutting 14,000 jobs. That's 14,000 people that could potentially be on the unemployment line. And 14,000 families could potentially not have money to be able to provide for their basic needs. And this is not just happening in Amazon. We see it in Target, we see it in UPS, we see it in Walmart, we see it in Intel and multiple other industries out there, especially tech. You have positions such as engineers. You have engineers that are basically losing their job. Because I remember when I was going to school, a lot of people were telling us, hey, you should try to study in tech or study to be like a software engineer or a computer science, because those are the jobs that is needed in the future. 2025 has been a year of mass layoff. We've been seeing a mass layoff happening throughout so many industries. We see it in the federal government. The federal government, in the beginning when President Donald Trump came into power, he laid off a lot of federal workers. And now with this government shutdown, we're seeing a lot of TSA employees who are basically not showing up to work because they're not getting paid because of the government shutdown. And many federal workers are not getting paid. And some of them are choosing not to show up to work because they don't want to work for free. And that completely makes sense. Now, Amazon is laying off around 14,000 workers, which is a lot.
That same technology.
Because this is just the beginning of something that they will continue on in the future. Because Amazon goal is to basically replace around 600,000 jobs in the near future. And all that 600,000 jobs will most likely be replaced by robotic and artificial intelligence. Because Amazon is planning on implementing 75% of their operation will be based on robotic and AI. And this includes so many people that could potentially be out of work. This is why I say, I don't think the future looked bright for the working class American. I think the future is pretty blurry because most of them are low skill workers, working in the warehouse, driving a high-low, driving a pallet jack and things like that. And most of those jobs will definitely be replaced. Because I feel a certain way because I've actually worked in Amazon. I actually worked in Amazon warehouse, and this happened during COVID-19. Because before COVID happened, I was working in an office job. It was a great job. I was dealing with customers. I was going out in the field, helping customers, talking to them, passing out papers. It was a fun job. I liked it. And then COVID hit, and then I was out of job. So I decided to go apply to Amazon warehouse. And I'm telling you, at that time, so many people applied for Amazon. There was a lot of people inside that building. And at some point, it will take around 3 to 4 hours before the supervisor find a station for you to go work at, because there are so many people in the field. Amazon hires so many people, and a lot of people could not find a place to work inside a warehouse, and all they did was just stand up for around 8 hours. Either you'll be given a bag to go pick up garbage, or every 10, 15 minutes, a supervisor is going to come and ask, does anybody want to go home? Does anybody want to go home? And many people chose not to go home at that time because they needed the money. But the people that wasn't really desperate chose to go home most of the time. And I remember at that time during COVID, Amazon was filled with so many employees that was basically just standing around doing nothing because everybody was desperate at that time. Currently, I'm not working at Amazon right now, but I remember working in some of those departments where you have to do simple things as take a box off an assembly line and things like that. Now they got robots that can basically do those jobs instead of human beings. And these are the jobs that could potentially be replaced. And this is just a trend that we will see continue on and on throughout so many industries here in the United States.
Technology is being used in these companies to become more lean.
And interesting, Amazon explicitly said, yes, this is because of AI in that statement they put out this morning. So you touched on it a bit, but bigger picture now, AI appears to be reshaping the economy, or at least the jobs market.
And it seems though we're in the very early innings of it. The Treasury Secretary a couple weeks ago said he calls this the third inning, which means there's a lot more to go here as companies learn how to use these tools. And as these tools change, in some cases, they haven't even been created yet, the tools that some of these companies are already starting to reposition for. So it's quite interesting, the ground that is changing here. And, you know, when you look at what Amazon is saying, it talks about next year into 2026, it will be hiring in some places, but it will be looking into 2026 for ways that it can continue to operate like the world's largest startup.
Early innings, but we had an 18-inning baseball game last night.
Right.
So
that's right.
We
The
shall
road is
see.
long.
Thank
Yes.
you.
There's a famous saying that goes, if you can't beat them, join them. A lot of people will not be able to beat this AI revolution. And this AI revolution is like the internet revolution. Because when the internet came out, a lot of people utilized it for their advantage. And a lot of people made a lot of money, and it made a lot of people millionaire. Because people utilized the internet, they understood where the internet is going. Same thing with AI. AI is here, and AI is here to take over. And if you can't beat it, you got to learn how to basically join it. Meaning, you got to learn how to utilize AI in your own advantage, or else you will be left behind. Especially if you're a low-skill worker. You have the internet, you have YouTube, you have many other tools in your hand that you can utilize to be able to utilize some of these AI platform that is being created. You have people who are basically running their business based on AI. And you can even go online and even try to find out how those businesses run. And you can probably even replicate or duplicate the same type of business and have it run for you. So a lot of people will not be able to basically overcome this AI revolution. And many companies understands that, listen, we have to adapt AI in our system, or else we will be left behind. One good example that I can think of is the company called Blockbuster. Blockbuster was a huge film industry, a huge film company way before Netflix even came.
Christine.
Thanks,
And at
Chris.
that time, they were basically selling or renting out cassette and CDs. And due to them not being able to adapt to the new evolution with the internet and how Netflix is basically operating today, Blockbuster is basically out of business. And nobody even hears about it. You ask a young 20-year-old today, do you know what Blockbuster is? They probably don't even know what Blockbuster is. So most of these companies, you know, they read about all these other companies that could not adapt or that did not adapt fast enough to the new change that's coming. And artificial intelligence is a new change which is already here. And I think the best thing for a lot of people to do is to either try to learn it so you can try to use it for your advantage. Amazon is doing it, and you as an individual, you should also be able to do the same thing. Because a lot of people spend a lot of time online watching video that will not help them. A lot of people spend a lot of time online chatting with people, arguing with people, debating with people on topic that does not even make sense. You can also utilize that time to be able to learn AI for your advantage so you can be able to make money. Let me know what you guys think in the comment. I would like to hear your point of view, especially in this topic about Amazon laying off or cutting around 14,000 jobs. If you're new to my channel, please make sure you like, you share, you subscribe. Until next time.